Oh boy. Okay. Hello my favorite people. Today we're reacting to American girls versus European girls. How do they compare? I'm most interested in this video because I want to know what the heck they're about to say about... I can only speak for US girls because I am a US girl, but what is the comparison? What possibly could be different about a US girl than a European girl or a girl from the UK? Aside from like our customs and culture, I don't think there's anything fundamentally different about the way we look at the world. Let's check out the video and see what they say. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, check out my other culture videos in the culture playlist, and yeah, like the video. Here we go.
By the Atlantic Ocean, American women are much different from their European cousins, but it's almost impossible to compare women from all across Europe, as the continent covers a real range of nationalities, cultures, and ethnicities.
But that's literally what makes America America. So many different cultures influences people. So y'all have it just on a broader base with your own separate countries, but we have it a whole melting pot. It's the same thing.
That this show may make some broad generalizations, which we hope you'll excuse.
Oh boy.
What we're attempting to do today is compare European and American women. What makes them tick? How do they behave? And what are the similarities and differences between them? That's what we'll try to find out in today's infographic show.
I really like this channel though.
At American girls versus European girls. Before breaking down...
Wait a minute, why the American girls gotta be the ones in the freaking pants, and the European ones are the professionals? Freaking! Then again, I'm cute at the top, but bitch, I'm wearing sweatpants for this reaction, so I guess it's kind of true. Whatever.
American girls versus European girls. Before breaking down the differences between the sexes, let's take a look at the general similarities and differences between Americans and Europeans. As we all probably know, Europeans and Americans share a whole bunch of similarities, owing to ancestral lineage and cultural similarities. They both have a broad commitment to democratic principles and share economic alliances. Both continents enjoy reasonably high standards of living and are considered developed by the rest of the world.
Yeah, but I don't think that's necessarily has anything to do with our culture. I think it's just we're first world countries. And whenever he's saying European, I feel like he's not specifically talking about all of Europe. I feel like this is more of a UK comparison, just in my opinion so far. And that being said, we're basically descendants, not me specifically, but most Americans are descendants from England, because we got our, what's it called? Not civilization. Independence from England.
There are some differences when it comes to religious quirks, free expression, sense of entitlement, and morality concept. Americans believe that they are generally in control of their destiny, whereas the rest of the world, except the UK, accept that powers outside of their control are dependent upon their success. Americans are generally more independent and ambitious. In a 2014 Pew survey, 57% of Americans believe their success is in their own hands.
Well, yeah, what you want, you have to go get it yourself. Your decisions direct how your life will go. What's the opposite viewpoint for that? 57% of people believe their success is in their own hands. So other people in Europe believe that their success is from outlying influences. I believe that's also true, but again, it's about how you work with those influences, how you maneuver with them. You know, you could be born into a poor family, but there's still always a way to get to the next level up. It's just about how your drive for it, how hard you want to work for it.
Americans, at just over half the population, see religion as more important than their European cousins do. In France, only 14% of people consider religion important compared with 53% in the USA. World statistics show that there is a strong link between people's religiosity and their wealth. Religion is generally more important to countries with lower GDPs. Almost 40% of Americans feel...
Then that would be kind of an oddity then for America, because I guess we have a high GDP, but we're very religious. Hell, in our Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, it talks about God. God is on our money currency. I mean, y'all have your queen on your currency, so I guess you can't really come at us for that, but yeah, God is a big, and when I say God, I'm talking about the Christian God, is a big part of our Americanism. Which we've been getting a lot of flack lately about that because, again, not everyone in America is Christian, so therefore, why does it influence so many different aspects of our day-to-day life? And over here, you get a lot of Bible thumpers, people preaching in the streets. I find that very annoying because, in a way, why is it the only people you can see in random comments talking about God or in the street are talking about God and it's always the Christians? What about the other people here? You know, the Muslims or the Hindu or even the agnostic people? They have no representation here. I'm a Christian myself, but I don't think we should push our freaking religion down people's throats. It's annoying. And it makes people scared of us, too.
sex between unmarried couples is immoral, whereas in the EU it is less of an issue. So are American women more prudish? Well, it depends on who you talk to and where you are. Many American women are the complete opposite of prudes, being independent and fun-loving in multiple situations.
Being unstable and bitchy is all part of my mystique. What the heck is this guy on? Anyways, about the sex discussion, I think a major part of it does come from religion, but again, not everyone here is religious. I think it's more so just like, people are dirty. You don't want to just have anyone in your space or bring in their nasty energy around you and into you, you know? You got to be careful about that. And diseases. It's not that we're prudes, it's just... Y'all are gonna get mad. Most men here are dusty. Men are dusty.
So with all of these observations, please note that they are just that, observations and not rules. So let's take a look at some of the differences. Both America and Europe are big places, and while it's easy to generalize about people and places, it's also fair to say that American women have more in common with American women. And the same is true for European women with European women. The only real oddity in Europe is the UK, where women seem to behave more like Americans rather than their European cousins. But in general, there are some uniform similarities that separate Europeans from Americans in terms of attitude and behavior.
Whenever I think of the UK, obviously, like, I do equate y'all with Europe because you're on that other side of the world. But when you think about it, are people from the UK the same as people from Belgium, people from Germany, people from Russia? Not, y'all are really American, I guess you could say, in comparison to other European countries.
When it comes to looks, women are more uniform. In Rome or Barcelona, women normally wear
y'all are always dressed up.
A pair of reasonably high heels, a blouse or top, and long, beautiful hair. In America and in London, however, women come in many different styles. Thin women, overweight women, women in goth or emo garb with black eyeliner and dyed hair. Americans seem to adopt the counterculture more readily, whereas European women tend to adopt a more traditionally feminine style. It's not unusual to see a girl with a mohawk and a skateboard on the New York subway or the London Underground, whereas this would be considered unusual in, say, Budapest. While Americans dress for comfort, Europe...
That's so interesting, though. I didn't think of it like that way, like women in Europe are more traditional than American women. Is that a bad thing? Is that a good thing? I don't know. Should I bring this up? No, I'm not going to bring it up. Never mind, let's move on.
European women are conscious of class and fashion, even if they're simply walking to the store or going to the gym.
That's the thing. Comfort versus fashion. If I'm going, like, I talked about this on my second channel, my mom's friend who was trying to give me crap for not really wearing a lot of dresses and assuming that I was homosexual because of that. But bitch, if I'm going to the store, if I'm walking to class all day, do you think I want to be dressed up cute and, like, wearing a dress? No, I'm going to go in jeans, I'm going to go in sweats. Doesn't mean that you're this way or that way or that you don't care about your appearance. It's, I have things to do and I want to be comfortable while doing them and make sure I get everything done in a manner that I feel comfortable with. Now, that's not to say we don't like to get dressed up every now and then. Obviously we do, but to walk to the store, I'm not going to wear high heels.
Europeans dress for style, and unless they are on the beach, most European women wouldn't consider wearing flip-flops or thongs. Unless they are participating in sports or working out, sneakers are not normally worn by Europeans.
Sneakers aren't worn by Europeans. Dang. That's a culture shock, because we have so many sneakerheads. Jordan 1s, Jordan 4s, you know, people who like the designer sneakers. Ew. Wearing heels every day.
Women tend to wear flats with closed or open toes or high heels in most everyday situations. However, unlike most rules, there are exceptions. For social gatherings, American women will dress just as smart as their European counterparts.
It's about where you're going.
Style them. Women in Europe are generally more...
Often not style them. Whatever.
As their European counterparts, and often outstyle them. Women in Europe are generally more educated than in America. University education is more affordable in Europe, with many countries having free college programs. This doesn't mean that European women are any more intelligent than American women, but they generally have the opportunity to learn more in Europe.
Yeah. I thought he was basically saying American women are stupid. But no, y'all just have more opportunities to get higher education and for a lower cost, which means obviously y'all will be more educated. Yeah, that's true. You can't deny that. Most Americans, I don't even know what the average academic debt is for college or university. I'm sure it's in the trillions or billions for American citizens, but the biggest stress, yeah, that I have are bills and student loans. And both things would be eliminated if I were in the UK or in Europe. So, yeah, that sucks.
European women speak at least 2 languages, and sometimes as many as 5 or 6. Europeans generally have a good understanding of history and geography outside of their own countries. And
he's coming for our neck, Americans. Any American watching this, it's 100% the truth. I had 1 year of geography class, and I only did it and passed because I had to for my transcript. I don't care about geography. Learning other languages, I've spent 5 years learning Spanish, and I'm still not fluent in it. But that's also because I don't speak it on the day-to-day basis. So I don't know if it's the basis of our education system or the fact that just certain aspects of education we don't need. I don't need geography, to be completely honest. I don't need geography to get through life. Do I need to speak Spanish to get through life or another language? No. Y'all are, again, in Europe, so everyone's speaking different languages over there. So yeah, it's more likely that y'all speak multiple languages because you're around those languages or cultures. America is just so different in every aspect that a lot of the stuff we just don't need or doesn't apply to us.
most Europeans have traveled to other countries before they reach their teenage years. Separated from the world by 2 oceans, many Americans never leave their country of birth. Bizarrely, and despite their lack of travel, American women...
I think that's more of an economic issue, though. I think most Americans want to travel, or at least I love traveling. I think it's more about economics with that aspect.
Never leave their country of birth. Bizarrely, and despite their lack of travel, American women are often more independent than European women. In social situations, American women tend to be more outgoing and curious, making them more fun at parties and social gatherings.
But I don't think that has anything to do with being an American woman. I think that's just Americans in general. Everyone says we're loud. You know when Americans around, you'll hear them before you see them, is what people say. So I don't know how that is or why that is. I don't know. We have a lot to say, and we want people to know we have stuff to say.
Americans have a sense of adventure and liberty unmatched by women from other nations. In the States, a second or third marriage isn't uncommon, but looking at divorce statistics from 2014, Belgium, Spain, Portugal, Luxembourg, the Czech Republic, and Hungary all had worse divorce rates than the U.S. In general, American women and European women get divorced at similar rates. European women are on average better looking than American women, according to some independent observers. America had...
That's according to a European beauty standard, which we already know. So this whole part of this video, throw it out of the window. Because we've already been talking about the European beauty standard and how we shouldn't base beauty off of that. So slim nose, skinny top, wide waist, long hair, long eyelashes, all that stuff. Structured cheekbones. It's all a European beauty standard, which genetically just some people won't have. So it's bullshit. Excuse my language.
Problems with obesity among the young. This is not as much a problem in Europe at present. Of course, our perception of what is beautiful is a personal choice, but taking into account what seems to be the movie star and magazine standard, Europe trumps America. Riding the tram in Amsterdam, the average commuter might be surrounded by slim and attractive women. In Eastern Europe, the Balkans, and former Soviet satellite countries, it's possible to wander around for a while without encountering an overweight, unattractive female. European women are usually approachable.
Overweight and unattractive female. I'm thinking, I did ride the train from Utrecht to Amsterdam. And he's right though, I don't remember seeing anyone overweight. Most people were riding bikes, you know, dressed in like business casual, smiling. I don't know. Is he right? Y'all let me know. But I don't know what he was saying about this overweight and unattractive stuff. That's a bit disrespectful.
Knowing that conversation between a male and a female is not a potential sexual advance. American women are often more wary of advances from strangers. European women often feel that being seduced is an appealing validation of their sexual attractiveness and fertility.
Okay. European women, please speak up, because I feel like this guy is just talking from his perspective now. Y'all think a guy approaching you means that, oh, since he wants to talk to me, that means I am hot. I think I'm hot because I'm hot. I know I'm hot. Whether you think I'm hot or not doesn't matter to me. I think I am. I don't need a guy's validation. No offense, guys watching this. Thanks for the compliments, but I already know I'm hot. What the heck is this video?
rather than a violation of their rights. A European woman will normally tell you straight up if they're interested in dating and won't subscribe to what is termed flaky behavior. When it comes to dating and hanging out, an American girl might be flirtatious and open about her feelings. Americans like to call things as they see them. Europeans, on the other hand, may be more reserved and mysterious about their feelings. A guy dating a European woman may have to rely on his spider senses to unlock the mysterious puzzle that's in her mind.
So he says American women are more straightforward, European women beat around the bush. Let me know your thoughts. I can't speak from a European woman's standpoint, but I guess... But that's a generalization. Like he said in the beginning, there would be a lot of generalizations. Because I know some women here who are straightforward, some women who don't like confrontation, so they'll beat around the bush. I think it's just a person-to-person basis.
Mentioned above, these generalizations cannot be proven by science, so we need your input to keep the discussion moving. So join in the discussion. What do you think about it?
Alright, that's the end of the video. I feel like a lot of the points in this video were good, but some of them also were just generalizations. Like, he did say there would be generalizations in the beginning, so I'm not mad at that. It's just, like, stupid. Hope you guys liked the video. Make sure to comment down below your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!